This is Radley, and it's time for this week's Ask Rad. So, hello. So, we are using some new software today, so hopefully everything is going the way I hope it is. Instagrammers will not notice a difference. However, Facebook, you might notice a slight difference in the way things look. I am still trying to be 100% fully recovered from this cold that I have had. And so I apologize for the fact that I still sound a little like Kathleen Turner or something. And I may have to clear my throat a lot, and I may even cough and stuff, but I didn't want to miss you guys another week. So we're here. So Facebookers, everything looks like it's working just fine. So hopefully no problems there. So let's go ahead and get started with this week's reading. I'm also going to try to talk, I'm going to probably try to talk a little softer. I hope that'll be okay, just because I don't want to push it so much that I wind up, feeling or having to, quit too soon or something like that. So anyway, so let's see. Thank you, Victoria. That's really nice of you to say. I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be we're going to be doing our card readings for the angel messages for the week of November 13th through the 19th. And I'm going to be using animal tarot cards for that. So here we go. Alrighty then. So I hope everybody's having a good weekend. Oh, you are so sweet. Thanks. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. So the first card is ego. So ego, Siamese cat. And so this is a card that kind of indicates that Monday, Tuesday, you might start out feeling like you've feeling a little sort of stuck, or feeling as though you are having this, that things aren't going the way you want. You might find yourself over focusing a little bit on the negative, or over focusing on the sense of feeling that like you don't have control. This is a card that can indicate a lack mentality, so you have to be really careful about that. You want to stay really positive in your thoughts as you work through this time on Monday and Tuesday. Now, the thing about Siamese cats is the Siamese cats are actually, they came from Siam, the country that's now called Thailand. And Siamese cats were considered to be so precious and so amazing that only royalty ever had them. Whereas all cats sort of are independent, Siamese cats can seem a little less independent for a couple of reasons. One, first of all, because they're very vocal, and their cry is almost a little bit like the cry of a baby. And so it can kind of give you that sense of someone needing to be taken care of. But also beyond that as well, their colors makes it very difficult for them to hide from predators. And so that's one of the reasons why we chose this card. And you'll see some of the symbolism that we used in this card, because you've got this cat and she's got all this beautiful jewelry and all these wonderful things, but there's a leash and we can't quite see who's holding the leash. And metaphorically, the person holding the leash actually is you. So how much you hold yourself up on Monday and Tuesday is up to you. So when cards like this show up, I always like to point out to people, I consider them to be heads up cards, all right? Heads up cards. It's your opportunity to be aware of the energy that you're working with on Monday and Tuesday, so that it doesn't trip you up and that you're holding your own leash. So Wednesday and Thursday, things change quite dramatically. So sounds like you get control of that leash. And we have the Prince of Summer. Now, the Prince of Summer is represented here by a frog. So This is a court card, so it can indicate a person that comes in to be a part of the your week. It could be a romantic situation, but the thing about the frogs, the frog card is frogs are also associated with magic, right? That's why we did this with this card. We've got this frog, and it's like he's got a little prince hat on his head, right? You kiss a lot of frogs, right? So but they're associated with magic and big changes. And what do frogs do? Frogs leap ahead. So I think that some of the energy that you may have been feeling earlier in the week from the ego card, you sort of leapfrog your way out of that. You make big changes and you jump forward so that you have the opportunity to get some things done and really make some big differences. Now, also frogs, though, one other thing is that frogs are representative of cleansing. So if someone hops into your life that you don't want them, just sort of wash that frog right out of your hair, okay? And then the last card, this is the weekend, is the moon and links. Now, there is an element of this week that's very magical because we just talked about the fact that the frog here is a very magical creature, but so is the lynx. The lynx is very much known to be a keeper of secrets, a quiet watcher of all that is going on. The lynx is able to sit perfectly still and just observe the entire world. So one of the things that the moon card talks about is having things that are going on around you that are unknown. It does not necessarily mean that that anything bad is happening. It's just that there's a lot going on that is sort of out of the sort of out of the I'm sorry, someone just posted something really weird and it threw me. So links. Okay, sorry, I'm back now. Okay, so it's a situation where it might feel like nothing is going on, but actually a lot is going on in the world. A lot is going on. So it's a card of meditation and contemplation. It's a card that basically says, look, this is a situation where a little bit of going within and just being patient for the magic of life to unfold will provide you all kinds of opportunities that you can then do something about. All right, so for those of you who are just tuning in, we're doing the week of November 13th through the 19th, and we just did our angel card reading with animal tarot cards. And so if you missed it or you're just now tuning in, you can watch this video afterwards. It'll be on this Facebook page. It'll be on Instagram for 24 hours. And then it'll also be on my YouTube page. So you'll have those opportunities. We're going to go now and start to do some readings for people. But before we do that, I do have to point out that my new book is on its way. It is How to Be Your Own Genie. And I'm super excited about this. It's published by Hay House. And this, for those of you who are new to Ask Rad or new to me, this is everything I know about having a magical life. This is all of the stuff that happened for me over the years in order for me to go from being a certified public accountant to being a Hay House author and spiritual teacher. All of that stuff is in here. Now, the really cool thing about this is that, at least in the United States, the book goes for $16.99. But Hay House worked with me for us to create some very exclusive video and audio stuff that you get if you pre-order the book by the 15th. And if you do, it's like $79 worth of stuff that you get for free. So that's almost 5 times what the book cost. So if you're interested in that, there's a link in a post on both Facebook and Instagram, that will take you there. And all you have to do is you just go and you pre-order it, and there's every kind of bookseller in the world over there that you can choose to use. And then when you have your receipt, when you have your receipt, you can go back and you can therefore put that in with your email address and you get all the free stuff. So, and part of the free stuff is a 3-part video course by me, a little mini course on how to be your own genie to get you started right away on having a magical life so that you don't have to wait until the book gets here. All right, so let's see. Thank you, Instagrammers. You guys are sweet. I love you. Thank you for looking out for me. I appreciate it. Don't worry about the haters. Haters are just going to hate. And so we send love and blessings to the haters. We send love and blessings to anybody who feels the need that they have to lash out to strangers. And instead, we send them love and blessings, and we send them peace. And we say, and wish them well and stuff. And we also, though, but for the people that are on Instagram, on Facebookers, we've got a mean person on Instagram, whatever. So for people on Instagram, we're bringing Archangel Michael in to wrap all of you with light and protection from any kind of harsh energy that you don't deserve and that is not absolutely not a part of what anything you should be experiencing in our time together. So protecting you with Archangel Michael Blue. All right, there we go. Okay, so now we're moving on. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So here we have Pia, and Pia says, "Hi, Rad. I need help to choose from my 2 jobs. The better one for my health, please." Okay, so here's what we're going to do with that, Pia. What I want you to do is I want you to concentrate right now, and I want you to decide which job is job A and which job is job B. Which job is job A and which job is job B. And what I'm going to do is grab Archangel Power Tarot cards for this reading. And so hopefully Pia has chosen. And it's a nice thing to have 2 jobs to choose from, right? All right, here we go. Oh. Okay, so here's the thing, Pia. I don't know about job A, and here's the reason, okay? So job A, it starts out, it looks really great. I thought, oh my God, she's gonna love it. It's a wish comes true. It's this dream comes true card. But the next card is also very positive. It's all about a family and feeling like you're really happy in the situation that you're in, and it's very prosperous. Now, the thing about that, though, is that this is sort of like, I think that the first card is the past, so it's like this is the card that's like it seems to you like a dream come true. The next card is, oh, you're gonna love it and it'll be great at first, but then it kind of turns in a little bit into a nightmare. And so since you're specifically asking about which job is best for your health, it might be that as time goes by, this job becomes way more stressful. It becomes way too much upon you. Maybe it could be that you love it so much that you can't make yourself stop working, and therefore it puts your health in some sort of jeopardy. Now, on the other hand, the other job, it's almost like it's a flip, because the first card is 7 of Gabriel. So this first card is a card that really does talk about having to assert yourself and having to stand up for what you believe in. There's some lightning in the background, so initially it seems like a challenge. You really have to invest in it. 7 of Ariel. 7 of Ariel is seeds well planted, but it requires patience. It requires you having to invest in it. But then the last card is Knight of Gabriel, and so that's all the good stuff. That's all the really positive stuff. And see, horses are definitely symbols of good luck and symbols of success. And so here she is firmly in the saddle, right? She's firmly in the saddle, and so the opportunities for you come more, I think, in the second job. And it's just the first one seems easy and great at first, but then it turns into more of a challenge. The second job is sort of the opposite. It's a challenge up front, but it turns into something really great if you have patience. So I hope that is helpful to you. Okay, so let's go to Instagram, please. Wow. Okay. So Moon says, "Hi, I met a gender fluid individual that I am interested in. They propose we date. What do I need to know about this possible relationship? This is my first time dating. I am a lesbian." Okay. Wow. That's really, there is something going on with gender on this planet. I don't know if you guys are noticing this, or I feel like it's something more, or something beyond just the more recognition of it. It feels to me like something's going on with gender, especially in the young kids these days. But anyway, so let's find out what we have to do with that. You know what I want to do with that? I think I want to go to Guardian Angel Tarot cards. Guardian Angel Tarot cards. And let's see what we have. Okay. Okay, so the first card is Helper of Abundance. Okay, so Helper of Abundance. This is the equivalent of Knight of Earth. And so one of the things about this particular card is that whereas the Helper cards are very often in movement in one form or another, this particular Knight doesn't move very quickly. However, it's an interesting thing. This is an interesting proposition. He's got a whole bunch of four-leaf clovers, and one is being offered to you. So, lucky break. Something to, but I mean, at the very least, take a look at what the Helper is doing. He is really pondering the four-leaf clover. And so I feel like that says something about you should really ponder this. You should consider it. The next card is Ten of Emotion. And Ten of Emotion is where we feel happy. We feel like family. And so I think this relationship would be very supportive. This relationship would be very much about, it would feel comfortable. It would feel as though you are in a situation where you are supported in all things, but very much like a family. And then the last card, it's Three of Emotion. Look at that. I mean, that is the card of celebration, of marriages, of weddings, of relationships that go to the next level. So, you know what? I think you should gently, with eyes wide open, consider this. Take a look at it. See how it feels. See what it looks like. All right, let's see. If I can figure out which way these are scrolling. Yes, there will be a replay of the live video right after the show is over. You'll be able to find it just by going either to right here on Facebook, on Instagram for 24 hours, and on YouTube. Okay, let's see. Wow. Okay, so Chalquino says, "Good morning, Rad. I would love to know, my mother needs me to know. She took her life 14 years ago and have been needing her motherly advice. Your guidance is appreciated." So, it's like, this is not something that I talk about ever, but since it's come up, so I know a little bit about what you speak. I'm also a child of suicide. My father committed suicide. And so I know exactly what that's like. So I'm sending you love and blessings for your loss. And Archangel Azrael, to the extent that there is any sadness or sorrow that still needs to be resolved for you, So what I'm going to do is I really love this deck. This deck is called Talking to Heaven, and it's my favorite way to get messages from people who have passed over and are now in spirit. And so let's see what messages your mom has. Okay. All right. And all right. All right, so the first thing that we've got from her is my mind is free. And so one of the things that I think that basically is saying is that her mind is now free of the trauma and the distress that led her to find herself in a place where she would make the choice that she made that created other kinds of difficulties. I'm also really noticing on this card the gateway, the gateway. And so I feel like that's basically saying that she is at a place now. In fact, it's like intuitively, I feel like she's standing at the other side of the gateway. And in doing so, she's saying the gateway between you and her and communication is more open, is becoming more and more available to you for you to be able to communicate with her. So I would proceed on that. Now, she also says that you're soulmates. So just to clarify that as best I can, as quickly as I can, a lot of people think that soulmates are only romantic relationships. That is not true. They're not. They are all kinds of relationships. And so it makes perfect sense that your mom could have been a soulmate of yours. There's also people have way more than one soulmate. So it's not a just one kind of thing like a twin flame or something. So she's saying that you guys are soulmates. Now that's going to make that passageway between the two of you easier to traverse. Now, the last card is, it is beautiful where I am. So there's a lot of comforting seeming to go on here, a sense of her wanting you to know that she's okay and that everything is all right and that you don't need to worry. So there's your messages from your mom. I hope that's helpful. Okay, I need to take a drink of water. Hold on. We'll see if we make it an hour. I don't know. My voice is going. All right, let's see. Okay, that looked interesting. What was that? Hi, Rad. My dad woke up to find a man dressed all in white at the end of the bed. No specific features, but says he appeared futuristic. Could you give any insight for him? Thank you so much. I feel like that it just feels to me like guardian angel energy to me. I don't know if that's something that your dad is open to. It sounds like he would be open to it because he was, he had that experience and he was willing to share it with you. So that indicates a certain openness to that particular thing. I'm getting the name of Matthew for the guardian angel. So I feel like it's just his angels opening, trying to come in and say, "Hey, we're here. Hello, we're ready. Let's talk this all out." There's also another guardian angel that's name that is coming for your father, and it's Sarah with an H, Sarah. So Sarah. So Matthew and Sarah. I would suggest that your dad give that a try. I'm a big proponent of automatic writing as a way to start working. My mom passed in February, and he's been asking a lot. I understand. And again, sadness. I'm sorry for your sadness. I'm sorry for the loss of your mom, for both yourself and your father, and any siblings that may be a part of that as well. And so once again, Archangel Azrael, Azrael. Azrael, Azrael, and to be of assistance to your family. Okay, so let's go to Facebook. Let's see. Holly says, Radley, my sister Brandy is having issues finding a job. Can you give her angels' names and a message for her career? Sure. So, Brandy, so the first name that I got for a guardian angel for your sister is Evangeline. Evangeline, Holly, Brandy, Evangeline. And then I get Thomas with an H, Thomas. So Evangeline and Thomas, I feel like that Evangeline is the primary guardian angel for your sister, and Thomas is the secondary one. That doesn't mean that one's better than the other. It just is sort of an essence and a bit of information about what their purposes are. Primary guardian angels tend to be more the comforting angel and the one that's easier to hear. The secondary angel is more of a doer and gets things done. So Thomas might be a really good guardian angel for her to be talking about when it comes to looking for a job. Now, the other thing about that, though, that I'm getting is that Evangeline would be helpful, as would Archangel Uriel. As would Archangel Uriel, helpful for healing any of the emotional issues or worries or concerns that have to do, that might be still sort of holding your sister back and keeping her from getting where she needs to go. So I'm going to go to Angel Tarot cards, and let's just look at the prospects for Brandy and the job. Okay. All right, so the first card is King of Fire. So this is the past, and so this tells me a couple of things. I feel like that Brandy might have had a job in the past that was very energetic or that she might have been passionate about, or perhaps when she started her job search, she was very passionate about it, but she's kind of not feeling that great about it. But I think it's a former. I think it's a job that was that she felt passionate about, but then she had to walk away. So here's something that's very important to Brandy, because she really wants something more meaningful. She wants something that really is, she just doesn't want something that's just purposeless. She wants something that has deep meaning and really makes a difference in people's lives. Yeah, Linda, I do have a sore throat now. Talking is well, let's finish this. So the Hermit card, the Hermit card is a card that talks about finding a mentor or finding a teacher or someone that can assist us in all things. It's also a card of self-discovery. And so I think that it's possible that she could wind up working from home, or it's possible that she could become self-employed, especially if it in any way has a spiritual bent to it. But either way, it looks like a mentor to me. It looks like a mentor is headed their way. So for those of you who are just joining us, welcome to Ask Rad. I am Radley Valentine, and this is my little show. And so at the beginning of the show, one of the things that we did was we did the angel messages for the week for November 13th through the 19th. So if you'd like to know what's coming up in this week ahead, all you need to do is wait till the show is over, and then you'll be able to watch it on Facebook or on Instagram for 24 hours or on my YouTube page. Also, I want to just make sure you guys know that pre-orders are happening for my new book, How to Be Your Own Genie, Manifesting the Magical Life You Were Born to Live. And Hay House worked with me very closely, and so we've got like $79 worth of free stuff that you get, free video and audio with me. If you pre-order the book is just $17, so it's almost 5 times the value of stuff if you pre-order the book, but you got to do it before the 15th to get all the freebies. On my Facebook page and on Instagram, you will find a link that will take you to the page where you can order everything under the sun that you want, or order this from wherever you want. and then go back to that page in order to get access to the free stuff. For those of you who are joining, I am still under the weather. This cold has been the most kick butt cold I have ever had in my entire life. It's running through my hometown, and it just, you think you're up and then you're down, and you think you're up and then you're down, and it just drives me crazy. I'm so sick of it. But one of the things that's really difficult for me is to talk. The more I talk, the more challenged I feel with my throat, and my vocal cords aren't getting the rest that they need. So we're going to go on for a couple more readings, and then I'm probably going to have to call it because I'm going to lose my voice completely if I don't stop. All right, so let's see. Let's see. So hi, Rad. Any messages from my angels as I'm single and would love to meet my romantic soulmate? That's Parul. I hope I'm saying your name right, Parul. So I'm going to go back to Animal Tarot cards for that. And this is the newest deck that I created, Animal Tarot cards, and it is out. It came out October 3rd. So that is out there. Here we go. It's a pretty name, Peru. So, all right, 2 and 1. Okay, so soulmate relationships. Ooh, good. Okay. So the first card is release. Okay. Let me see. First card is release. Okay. So this is the need to release any prior relationships. Now this card is in the past. So I think you've done a lot of that work. Just make sure that there's nothing that's kind of lingering, no relationships from the past that you wish that sometimes you regret being out of, or anything like that. That kind of stuff, you need to cut your energetic connections to that. You can ask Archangel Michael to help you to cut your energetic connections to that, and help you to go seek and find the right person. But just make sure you've done that work. Now, the next card, though, this is a little bit of a challenge for you. This is the challenge you're experiencing right now. This is 7 of Winter, and this is Magpie. And one of the things about magpies, they're beautiful birds, but they're thieves. And that's not to say that you're going to meet a thief or something. But look at the card. Look what's in the nest. Magpies gather all kinds of things. And so one of the things that we see in there is an engagement ring. We also see a peace sign. And so this could indicate that right now the search for looking for somebody new in your life is really creating a situation where your peace is being taken from you. And that engagement ring might also mean a past broken engagement, or it might mean just a situation where you were in a relationship before where you thought there was a lot of commitment and you thought it was what you really wanted it to be, but it didn't turn out to be that way. And so we've got a little whistle in there too, sounding the alarm. So the way I'm interpreting this is that you need to sound, the alarm thing is just basically saying for you to get back into a joyful place and not a fearful place when it comes to searching for a relationship or being open to a relationship, because it's very important that you be in this place of peace and with whatever comes. Now, what is coming? Well, I got good news for you. What's coming is 2 of Summer. And this is the falling in love card. See, the card is lovebirds, right? Lovebirds. It's lovebirds. So this is a card that basically says love is coming. So really, I mean, I think the only thing that's sort of holding you back just a little bit is just a little bit more personal work, maybe, or just getting back into a place of joyfulness and hopeful, positive anticipation of the relationships that are going to be coming, or the relationship that is going to be coming your way. All right. So Everyone, I really wanted to do a full hour, but I'm going to have to stop. I'm losing my voice, and I can feel it, and I can feel the more that I talk that it's getting worse. And so I keep trying to get back to full time, full power with you guys. What I can tell you is that coming very soon is you're going to be seeing a lot more of these Ask Grad episodes. Not only am I going to be on a regular basis, not just once a week, but several times during the week. I'm also going to be bringing in some of Rad's friends, some people that I want to introduce you to. Some people that I want to share their gifts with you, but we'll still be doing readings, still doing angel names, still doing all of these things. But there's going to be a lot more Ask Grad, a lot more frequently. But I got to get healthy. I just got to get better. It's like I hate to say stuff like this, but because I'm really into positive thoughts and stuff, but I'll accept your prayers. If you guys want to send prayers my way for healing, I would appreciate that. It'll get me back onto being on regularly all the time. So hi, George Lizos. So that's it. We're gonna wrap it up. If you want to hear the angel messages for the week, this video will be here very shortly, and you'll be able to watch it again. It's for the week of November 13th through the 19th. Y'all have a fantastic week. I love you guys so much. And always remember, life is magic.